Hello, 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 everybody. Happy Friday. What's up, what's up? How's everybody doing? My name's Eve. This is Eve's Creations Paint Party. Welcome, fam. If you're painting, say hello, hello, hello. If someone's painting with you, definitely introduce them. Let's say hi to the Mr. Butters. Say hi to your fans, Butters. Say hi, buddy. You're such a good boy. Who's my good boy? My bestest boy right there. Oh, yeah. Say hi. You're such a good boy. So we have to give him props because he might be chiming in sooner or later. Hey, hey, Kelly. How you doing, sweetheart? Hello, hello, hello. So hello, everybody. We're going to be painting our beach umbrella today. Nice and easy peasy for us. Take it nice and easy, nice and easy. And thank you everybody so much for your well wishes on Tuesday. I really, really appreciate it. You all warm my heart. I'm not 100%. I'm not going to admit that, but I'm definitely getting there. So thank you so, so much. All right, so the weapons this evening are, we have Bigger Boy. He is a 1-inch flat. We have Tiny, he is a small round brush. We have Mini Me, he looks just like Big Boy except he's small. And of course Mr. Nifty is in the house. Alright, so you're going to swirl, tap, dab your brushes on your paper towel. When I say to clean them, you want them wet but not dripping. The colors, oh yeah, I'm super prepared. I got my paint poured already. Yellow, red, blue, white, and black. Same colors every single party. And we're all set to go. I'm already ready already. How about that? Miracles do happen. Yes, Kelly, pain-free. Yes, I am. Thank you so much. And hello, Margaret. How you doing, sweetheart? Hello, guys. So say hello, hello if you're painting with me tonight. And you know I love to do a roll call. So we'll get that taken care of. And I'm going to put you in my handy-dandy holder. All right? It's handy-dandy holder time. Yes, it is. So I kind of changed where my easel is so you get like less of a cast shadow. Hi, Cheryl. Hi, Doreen. Hi, guys. So let me know if that's working for you. Okay, so I think you're getting all of the canvas in the shot now. I cannot show you both at once, so take a screenshot so you can have a reference photo. I am working on a 16 by 20, 16 this way, 20 straight up and down. So if you're working on something smaller, you can adjust accordingly. Like if I say one hand over or two hands up, you're going to be, you know, just make sure you're in the same general area of your canvas as I am, okay? And you'll be fine. Any questions, absolutely ask. So who do we got here? We've got Cheryl. Hello, sweetheart. And Margaret is here, and Doreen. And Tiffany is here. Tiffany is saying to me, hi, I can't paint because I'm in the car waiting for my kids to finish their karate class. Again. Well, thanks for saying hello, Tiffany. Hi, sweetheart. You know the replays are always available. You know, let those kids get that energy out. Oh, speaking of kids, my videos are all kid-friendly, so please keep that in mind in your comment section, and I will try to keep it in mind with this thing. Because you know how much I can get myself in trouble. Hello. Right? So let me write down my names here. Kelly's in the house. Margaret is here. Cheryl's chiming in. Hello, Cheryl. We've got Doreen. Doreen is here. Tiffany is saying hello, 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 waiting on the little kiddos there. So, hi, Tiffany. And Cindy is in the house. Hello, everyone. Hello, Cindy. How you doing, love? And Kim is here. Hi, Kim. How you doing, sweetheart? So I hope everybody's having an awesome Friday. Start of an awesome weekend. Get your stuffs together. Let me know when you're ready, Freddy Spaghetti, and we'll get this rocking and rolling. Yes, yes we will. Absolutely 6,000%. So I have my music playing, but if it's too loud, you let me know, all right, guys? I don't want you to get distracted. I don't want you to get distracted. And like I said, I switched a little bit up with my easel, so I hope everyone's getting a good picture of what we're doing tonight. Like I said, take your screenshot, do whatever you need to do, because I cannot show you both at once. Alrighty, so there we go. There we go. We're going to be starting off with Big Boy. Yes, we are. Yes, we are. As soon as you guys are ready, Freddy Spaghetti, give me some likes, give me some thumbs up, and we'll get this party rocking and rolling. Alright, so take your screenshots. I hope you guys are all set. And there it is. Oh, the almighty scary blank canvas, right? It's so scary. It's so scary. But that's alright. We got this. We got this because we're going to beat it up with our almighty weapons. Yes, we are. Hi, Tammy. Oh, you're so welcome. You got your Mr. Nifties? Awesome. I just sent a couple out earlier this week, too. So I hope everybody got theirs. Anybody that shows me support will get the Mr. Nifties. And they're nifty, right, Tammy? I send them out every single time you guys send me support because they're just so darn small. You know, we might lose them. So this is my little way of saying thank you, thank you. All right, so we're going to swirl, tap, dab, Big Boy. He is our 1-inch flat brush. And we're going to start off with just some blue and white, people. Blue and white. That's it. Yes, yes. They come in very, very handy for the tiniest little things and writing your name. And I've heard good stuff. Just don't let them sit in water. They don't like to sit in the water. Swirl, tap, dab them and leave them on the side immediately. Because I learned real quick they don't like to sit in the water. So, alright. Blue and white, guys. Blue and white. Easy peasy. Easy peasy. So I don't know if you guys can tell, but I'm actually using a repurposed canvas tonight. This canvas had something painted on it, and I covered it with 3 coats of gesso. So this, if you cover your canvases, if they have paintings on them, this is what they look like. Oh no, Tammy! Tammy, you broke your spine? So I haven't been painting much. Oh my goodness, guys, prayers and love to Tammy, guys. Prayers and love to Tammy. That must hurt like a dickens. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Sending you some well wishes, my friend. Well wishes. Alright, so we're just doing blue and white straight across, and you're going to take this a little under halfway. Whoop, a little under halfway. Well wishes to you, my friend. Alright, so, okay, fam, we gotta send all our healing powers and wishes over to Tammy. We've got a mission, guys. Let's send some well wishes her way, because that's gotta hurt. That's gotta hurt. You're welcome, sweetheart. Absolutely, 6,000%. We do everything as a family over here at East Creations Paint Party. It's just the way we roll. I know, right, Kelly? I'm complaining about my teeth being pulled, and this one doesn't have broke her spine. No offense, Tammy, but I'll keep my pulled teeth. I'll keep my teeth being pulled over breaking a spine, that's for sure. Oh my goodness, that probably has a really long recovery time. And Kim's asking me something. I've heard many opinions. What is your opinion? Does white paint work as well or not in comparison to gesso and covering canvas? I never tried, but wondering. So Kim, the difference is between either using white paint or gesso is, number one, gesso's cheaper. Gesso runs cheaper than white paint does. Number two is that it's pretty like one way or the other. You know, you want a nice smooth surface, so the gesso actually, you know, settles really smooth and you can sand in between coats. Sometimes the white paint doesn't do that. Oh, Jesus, Tammy. 18 teeth pulled at once. Boy, you're just taking the cake with everything tonight, aren't you? Boy, oh boy, oh boy. That must have been a trip and a half. Hello. Yeah, I know. My teeth, the one got pulled because it wasn't help, and the other one, the other tooth has been causing me infections. It's caused me a third infection in my face. I don't know if you guys noticed when I was saying hello, 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 but I have a big pustule on my nose, and I have swollen lymph nodes in the side of my chin. So my one side of my face is more swollen than the other. If you notice, I didn't stay on camera very long. Kind of feeling like Igor. But wow, 18 teeth at once? I couldn't even imagine that. But now that my tooth is gone, maybe I'll actually be feeling a lot better in the long run, because unbeknownst to me, I've been basically fighting infections. They are no joke. I've been basically fighting infections, an infection in my face for the past like 3 months. And I didn't know it was laying there because, you know, this is the third time it actually showed signs of being an active infection. So, yes, extremely, extremely painful. Extremely painful. I don't know. I think I'd rather my arm amputated than my teeth being pulled. That's for sure. That is for sure. But now, Tammy, you probably have the most amazing smile. Sure, you have the most amazing smile. So I'm just doing blue and white across, guys. If you like the separation of color, leave it alone. If you like the more blended look, then you just keep painting over it, and it'll blend right out. The two colors will combine and make a nice soft color. I like the separation of colors, so I'm kind of sticking and moving. I'm just sticking and moving. That's what I'm doing. I'm just putting the paint on there, and I'm keeping it moving. Keeping it moving. So, hello, hello, hello. If you're new to the family, welcome. Welcome, guys. Whoever's new to the family, whoever's creeping out there, don't be shy. Say hello. Hello, hello. And we're just doing blue and white paint. Going with something nice and simple. It is June, so it is summer. So I figured let's do something nice and simple. Let's take a break. Let's take a break, Eve, you know? Let's take a break. So, you just turn around and soften this out. I'm just going to brush over it a few times, fill in all of those spaces. And not too much though, because like I said, I like the separation of color. So I'm just softening this out. Hey, hey, Shannon. Hi, sweetheart. Hello, Shannon. Yep, every Friday at 7. Every Friday at 7 Eastern time. I'm in New Jersey. New Jersey girl in the house. Okay, so when I get to this part, I like it, Shannon. I like it. Enjoy your sips and just hang out with us. I love it. Alright, so once I get to this part, guys, I'm going to grab a lot of blue. Kelly's got her liquid courage. Shannon's got hers. You guys just chilling with me on a Friday night. Nothing better. I love it. 6,000%. So I'm grabbing a lot of blue now and a little bit of white because I want this to be nice and dark. And I'm going to hold my brush back here. I'm going to put it straight up to the canvas, and I am just going to pull. Whoosh. Faster you pull, the straighter your line will be. Okay? Faster you pull, the straighter your line will be. Okay? And we want this to be a darker blue. We just want this to be a darker blue going all the way across. All the way across. Alright, and the faster you pull that line across, the straighter it's going to be. Straighter it's going to be. So I'm grabbing a lot of blue and a smidge of white. Just a smidge. Just a smidge. That's it. That is it. So, and those that are new or just coming on, I do How-To Tuesdays. So I'm here every Tuesday doing practice sessions. And we practice all sorts of things in painting. So if there's anything you'd like to see, 6,000% let me know. And I will definitely put it on the list. Definitely put it on the list. So, if you notice, I'm being very particular about my line. And I think I'm making it worse and better. So sometimes, you know, guys, just leave it alone. Don't do as I do, just do as I say. Because I'm playing with it, and I think I'm making it worse. That's what we do. Right? Alright, a lot of blue, a little bit of white. And you're going to bring this down, about 3 or 4 fingers worth. Okay? A little bit further. Maybe about a hand down. You want like this much space left for your beach. Okay? So I'm going to bring this down. I'm going to bring this down to about here. Maybe a little further. Alright, so I'm going to bring this down to about here. Alright, because you want to remember you got some space for your beach. You want to leave the space for your beach, alright guys? You want to leave the space for the beach. Space for the beach. Oh yeah. So, this ocean's a little different. I'm going to show you a little different technique of doing your wave crashes. So, it's something a little different, right? It's a little different effect you get. But, you know, you guys play. You make sure you're having fun. This is your creation. This is your painting. All right? I'm just here to kind of tell you what's up and tell you how to do the little things and the little tricks and whatnots. But, you know what? This is yours. So you can make it any way you want. If you don't want to do a rainbow umbrella, you don't have to do a rainbow umbrella. You don't have to do anything. Alright, so when I get to this part, I'm going to start grabbing white and blue together. But what I'm going to start doing is, hey, Michelle, how you doing, sweetheart? What I'm going to start doing is I'm going to start doing dashes. I'm just going to start doing dashes like this. Alright, I'm going to start doing dashes like this across because I want the separation of color. And now I'm going to grab just blue. And I'm going to do some dashes in just blue. Alright? So that's what you want to do when you hit this part, okay? You want to grab just your blue and do dashes across. Right? Just doing dashes. And then you want to grab, you know, just some white, the dirty white, the white that has the blue in it, your dirty pile, and you're going to do some dashes across with that. And you want the separation of color, so you want to stick and move. You want to just keep it moving. And see how I'm getting all this separation right in there? That's what we want. That's what you want. So I'm grabbing just blue, throwing some of them in, right? And you want to stick and move. You don't want to keep going over it, because if you keep going over it, you're going to wind up blending it all together. So I'm grabbing just blue, right? Just blue. And I'm going to grab my dirty white. I'm going to grab my dirty white and I'm going to put those in too. And I'm just going to dash across. That's it. Easy peasy, guys. Look at that. And you already made water that looks like it has waves in it. See that? See how easy that was? Nothing hard here. Nothing hard here. And of course I'm playing with it too much, so I'm starting to lose it. So I got to grab just blue again. Just blue. Alright, I'm going to put the just blue in now. And now, I'm going to leave it alone. Say, Eve, stop playing with it, Eve. Stop playing with it. Alright, because that's what I want to do. I want to keep playing with it. Alright, so we're going to bring that down to about here. And I'm going to leave it alone. And you want these separations of color. Let me give you a close-up. Close-up. See all those separations in there? That's what we want. That's what we want. So you're going to just grab your blue paint, grab your white paint, and do all these dashes across. That's it. That's it. I'm just grabbing a little bit more white. And I'm going to put a couple more little white pieces in there. Alright, so quick little dashing movements. That's it. That's it. Okay? Quick little dashes. Bam. Just like that, you got waves in your water. Alright, so that being said and done, now we're going to do our beach color. So you want to swirl, tap, dab, big boy, and get them all nice and clean, and we're going to do our beach color. So I'll give you guys a chance to catch up mustard. Yep, Kelly, who wants a hamburger? And tonight, Helen hanging out with us on a Friday night. Hello, everybody. So let's see who we got so far. We got Kelly and Margaret and Cheryl and Doreen and Cindy. Kim is here. Tammy and Shannon and Tiffany. Tiffany's hanging out with us. You guys got your drinks and I got mine. And if you're here painting with us, say hello, hello, hello. Because that's how we work. Nice. Hey, Nancy's here. Hi, Nancy. How you doing, love? How you been feeling? How you been feeling, huh? Hi, Nancy. You're going to have those tonight, Kelly? Oh, that sounds delicious. You're going to have hamburgers tonight? You're going to throw them on your grill? That's one good thing about this nice weather. Get to, look how pretty my water looks. Doesn't that look pretty? It's like this really sky blue color. It's really pretty. Alright, so I'm swirl tapping that big boy. I'm getting most of the blue out of them. And we're going to make our colors for our beach, okay, guys? So, I am going to grab my clean white. So you always want to pull your paint from the sides. So this way you don't, if you kerplunk in the center, you're going to waste your whole pile of paint. So I'm going to grab some clean white. And I'm going to put that over here. And then I'm going to grab my red and my yellow and my white. Alright? And I'm not going to over mix it. I'm just going to do a couple little smooshes, right? Just to make sure it's like a peachy color. Right? I'm going to put a little more yellow in there because it was being a little dark on me. Hi, Kathy! Well, welcome to the fam, Kathy. Hello, hello, hello. Everybody give a shout out to Kathy. She's new to the fam. Hi, sweetheart. Hello, sweetie. If there's anything you need, just ask. All right, so I got this all muddled. I like that word, muddled. Look, see? It's not all one color. It's different colors on my brush. Hi, sweetheart. And again, just like we did the dashes here, we're kind of going to do that on our beach. All right? You kind of just want to smush it on and stick and move. Okay? And get all those separations of color. All right? So that's what we're doing. So that was red, yellow, and white. You're welcome, sweetheart. Absolutely, 6,000%. That was red, yellow, and white. Red, yellow, and white. And when you get to where your water line is, don't stress it. Just kind of, put it up against it. It's no worries there. We're going to be playing with that water line, so you don't have to worry about it. All right? You don't have to worry about it. Nope. No worries. No worries. Alright, so we're just going to put this on here. And we're just, kind of going back and forth. Nothing real crazy. Right? Just grabbing yellow, just grabbing red, just grabbing some white. So, like I said, I keep it all separated on my brush so I get these separations of color. Get the separations of color. And look at that, guys. Within 5 minutes, you guys painted a sky, an ocean, and a beach. 5 minutes tops. Look at that. Look how good you guys are. Hello. Right? Did you think you'd be able to do that? Nah. You can here, though. You can here. That's what we do. We do amazing stuff here. Yes, we do. Alright, so just popping that in. And again, say, Eve, stop playing with it, Eve. Stop playing with it. Alright, so now what I want you to do is you're going to grab the smallest amount of blue. Alright, the smallest amount of blue on your brush. And over in this corner, you're going to dash that blue in. And yes, it is going to mix with the color on your beach, and we want that to happen. So just over in this corner, it's a random shadow. It's nothing too fancy. Just make it a little smaller on top, go bigger as you get down to the bottom of your canvas. And we're just going to throw this in. And again, I'm just flicking. And I'm trying to leave it alone because I want it to be separated. Alright? Just like that. Bam. You made a shadow. Because this painting is called Shade. And that's why I like it. because it has shady spots in it. And the next thing we're going to do is we're going to grab a little bit of blue. I'm already out of blue paint. Gotta pour more blue paint. Alright, next thing we're going to do is I'm going to grab a small amount of paint, guys. Not a lot of paint, Kelly. Not a lot of paint. Small amounts. Kelly has a heavy hand. I don't know if anybody else does, but Kelly has a heavy hand. And over on this side, right on this side of the beach, you're going to do the same thing. So you're going to start off with small dashes. Then you're going to go a little wider. And then you're going to go small again. Okay? So, start off with small dashes, go a little wider, and then go back to being small again. Alright? That's what we're doing. Alright? Just like that. There's some more shade. Easy peasy, right? Have these nice separations of color. You got all this happy stuff going on here. And all I did was grab blue paint. And I let it mix into my beach because it was still wet. And I'm just going to grab some more blue paint, go over to this one over here, and add a couple of more darker pieces in there. Just a couple more because I overworked this side. I played with it a little too much. It's alright if you played with it too much. We're here to have fun. So you could always grab some more blue and put it back in. Alrighty. Moving right along, guys. Moving right along, right? Moving right along. So, we're going to swirl tap that big boy. And get all that orange out of them. Hi, everybody. Same color on the other side, Nancy. Just grabbing blue paint. So you're grabbing blue paint and you're doing quick little dashes. See? I'll show you close up. See? So it's just dashing blue paint and it's going to mix with your beach and make all these fun things happen. Same over here. Just blue paint. That's it. Easy peasy, guys. Easy peasy. Earthquake! Sorry. I moving you around to show you the close-up. Close-up! Ah! Hi, everybody. So, alright. Bada bam. What are we doing now? I don't know. Alright, so we're going to swirl tap that big boy. Now you guys are too close. There we go. And swirl tap that and get all that orangey stuff out of them. We don't want the orangey stuff in there. So, I did a How-To Tuesday on water, right? And let me ask you guys a question. So, in my How-To Tuesday in water, I did cover the ocean and the, you know, how to do waves and everything else. It was like a blip. So, those of you who watch that, the How-To water, can you let me know, like, should I do another how-to on just the ocean, or did I pretty much cover it in the one that I did on water? Does anybody know? Because I'm going to have to rewatch the whole thing to see what I covered on water. But if you guys let me know, that's cool. I know I did the ocean in that how-to, but I don't remember how in-depth I got. Alright, so my big boy's nice and clean. And I'm going to go over to my clean white paint here. Alright, and just grabbing a little paint at a time. I'm going to grab some white. You'll have to watch it, Kelly. Hi, Cheryl. Cheryl's here. We got another Cheryl in the house. Hi, sweetheart. There's 2 Cheryls here tonight. Yeah, somebody give me a heads up. Hi, Kathy. You need help on water? So there's a how-to. I don't know if water is on the YouTube or not. I think it might be. But I did a how-to video. I do them on Tuesdays, and one is all water. The whole video I'm showing how to do water. But I'm just asking how much ocean did I do, or should I do a separate how-to just on the ocean? I can't remember. Alright, so remember where we started putting all those dashes in and making this all wavy? You're going to go right above that. Right above that, okay? And you're going to take white paint on Big Boy. And you're going to mix it with a smidge of blue. Like the tiniest smidge of blue. Like not a lot of blue at all. Not a lot of blue at all. That's okay, Cheryl. Thanks for popping on and saying hello. We got Tiffany that couldn't stay either. So Cheryl's going to be watching the replay. And Tiffany's going to be watching the replay. It's all good. So, not a lot of paint, not a lot of blue at all. And we're going to go right above that line we did the dashes. And you're going to do like these swirly flicks like that. Alright? So, I'm going to put my brush on here and I'm just going to swoop, just like that. See that? It's like a swirly flick. I don't know how else to explain it. It's a swirly flick. Exactly what it is. Alright, so you want to do these in all different directions. Right on top, like, you know, like this was all solid, and then you started doing the breaking of the colors. You want to do it right above the breaking of the colors, okay? And you're going to do these swirling flicks like this, and then you could flick out of there. See that? So I'm just putting my brush on here, and I'm just doing a little curve and then a flick. Right? A little curve and then a flick. And if you notice, I didn't even grab more paint yet. Right? So you're doing a little curve and a flick. Right? That's what you're going to do. And then you could turn around and do like flicks out of those if you want to. Alright? So you can do flicks out of those. Alright? So, little curve and a flick. That's all you're doing. Here and there. Here and there. That's all. Here and there. That's what you want to do. Okay, guys? Curves and flicks. Light blue. Light blue paint. Light blue paint. Curling and flicking. Curling and flicking. So when you do the flick, it kind of gives you that splash. Alright? And when you're doing the curving's turning around and making it look wavy. Alright? Curl and flick. Curl and flick. That's it. Curl and flick. Easy peasy lemon squeezy, guys. Alright? And don't do too many because we're going to go over it with some white ones, alright? And then once you have that done, you know, wipe off your brush. You don't necessarily have to clean it. But you want to wipe it off. And we're going to go into just white. We're going to go into just white now. And what you want to do... What'd you do, Kelly? Uh-oh. So, we're going to go into... Tell me what you did so I can tell you how to fix it. So, we're going to go into just white paint now. And where the beach and the water meet. Too many? That's because they're fun. I almost did too many, too. Don't worry. When we put the white on there, it's going to set them back. So, don't worry about it. It's just going to look really wavy. You're fine. You're good. Everyone's going to be paying attention to the umbrella anyway. So, they're just too fun. They're fun, that's why. I understand. Alright, just white paint. And we're going to do zig-a-zag-a-zoom, guys. Zig-a-zag-a-zoom, where your water meets your beach. Zig-a-zag-a-zoom. Just zigzag your brush back and forth. Some in the water, some onto the beach. Some in the water, some onto the beach. Some in the water, some onto the beach. Okay, just zigzag-a-zooming. They are fun. I almost overdid it too, so can't say I blame you. Alright, just some white paint, guys. Zig-a-zag-a-zoom. You're not making this a solid line. You're going up into your water and down onto the beach. Up into your water, down onto the beach. Okay? That's alright. You can play all you want. It's all good. So, down onto the beach, up in the water. Alright? That's just white paint. all that is. That's all that is. Okay, and if you want to put a few zigzags in here, you can put a few zigzags in here if you want to too. Right? If you want to put it all the way going up to your breaking point here, you can put some zigzags in there. Go right ahead. You can do that. I don't blame you. I won't blame you for that. So if you want to do some zigzagging in there to make it a little more white and foamy, you can do that. Alright? So, very little paint, and I'm just going back and forth with my brush. That's all I'm doing. And if you get too happy with those, you can grab just blue paint. Actually, I want you to do this anyway. So when you're done with that, I want you to grab just blue. Grab just blue, and underneath where the break is, I want you to put some zigzag in of just the blue so it's nice and dark under where the break is, okay? So, and now you're going to have to reload your brush because it's going to blend out real fast because all of this is like really, really wet. So I want you to grab just blue. I want you to come right underneath where you put all your curly cues in. And I want you to make that spot darker. And then if you want to do some zigzags into here, if you got a little excited, you can put some of the darker zigzags into here too, okay? So, there you go. Okay, so this is just blue paint now. Just blue paint. Alright? Easy peasy. Okay, so I'll give you guys a chance to catch up mustard. Let me give you a close-up of the water so you can see all the stuff that's going on. Okay? So there you go. You can see what I did there. Look at you guys. I'm telling you, it's amazing stuff you guys are doing. You're so good. So good, right? Not too hard, right, Kathy? Not hard at all. Kathy's our newest family member. I'm so excited. So excited. So we got Tammy that was watching, and Tiffany's watching, and who else was just watching? Tammy's just watching. Tammy broke her back. We got Tiffany's watching, waiting for the kiddos to come out of karate. And who else is just watching? I forgot. Somebody else was on here that said they're just watching because you just found us. Was it Shannon? Maybe it was Shannon. I don't remember. But we got our watchers in the house. All that just to say we have our watchers in the house. All right, so Shannon, thank you, Kelly. All right, so we're gonna go. We're gonna put Big Boy in the water and let him soak. Let him get, you know, because he's filled with all those colors in there. And we're gonna grab Mini Me. You're watching too, Cynthia. You're a watcher. Cynthia's a watcher. I like just my watchers. A lot of people do that. I noticed that. Like, you guys will watch when I'm doing it live, and then you'll watch the replay to paint it. So, that's pretty cool. It's a pretty good plan. Alright, I'm grabbing just red. just red, maybe a smidge of yellow, like a smidge, microscopic amount. And I'm using Mini-Me, and I'm going to come over here to where the water's meeting the beach, right? All here. And I'll show you on the close-up, and then I'll pull it back so you can see the whole thing. And again, you're going to be zigzagging. Zigzag-a-zoom, guys. Zig-a-zag-a-zoom. All right, and you want to go underneath your white. You want to go underneath your white and put in a shadow. All right, so you're going to go underneath your white and put in a shadow. And you're just zigzag-a-zooming, so you can... And you can zigzag that shadow into your beach until it basically blends out, because that would be like where the water was on the beach and left the darker beach part. Okay, so I am just zigzagging, and then I'm just softening it into the beach. Not a lot of paint until the paint disappears and I'm not painting anymore. Right, so I'm grabbing red and a microscopic amount of yellow. And you're going to do that underneath your foam. And then you can put a couple of pieces like in the foam too if you want to. Alright, so you can put a couple of pieces like in your foam if you want to too. So that's up to you. If you want to get fancy. If you want to get fancy, you can put a couple pieces in the foam too. Alright, so we're going to do that all along the beach where the water, where you put the white in. Right underneath where you put the white in. And a very, very light touch. Very light touch. And then I'm just kind of pulling it down. Very light touch. I'm just pulling it down until there's no paint left on my brush. Okay? So, we're just putting that in. We're just putting this in until it disappears. Alright? So, a little bit of paint. And I'm just going underneath that white that I did. And then I'm just zigzagging until the paint disappears. Just a little light zigzag. Very gentle touch. Very gentle. As I'm pulling it down. And like I said, if you want to put a few pieces in the white, you can do that. You can put a few pieces in your white too if you want to. Alright, so that's up to you. It's your water, it's your beach, whatever you want to do. Whatever you want to do. Okay, guys? So, I'm just making these shadows in here. Just making shadows. That's it. Just making the sand. This is the sand that gets wet, and it's always a darker color than the rest of the beach. Nice and light, nice and easy, easy peasy, lemon squeezy, guys. And don't worry if you messed up somewhere. Don't worry, because we're coming back into this with white paint again. So if there's a place that you messed up, you can go right back. We're gonna go right back in with some white paint to add the smaller details. So you can always cover it up. Or if you got too happy with it, we have an opportunity to cover it up. Alright, so now we're going to grab bigger boy. We're going to swirl tap dab him. Swirl tap dab big boy. Da da da. And I'm going to go into my clean white. And here, there, not everywhere. Right, just a little bit of paint on the tip of my brush, just a little bit. And here, there, not everywhere, guys. You're going to do some more of those curly wisps, where you did your light blue ones. All right, so here, there, not everywhere. Okay, here, there, not everywhere. All right, you just want to put some nice, bright white ones popping. That's it. So here, there, not everywhere. Bam. 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 Right? Just a little. Just a couple. Just a couple in there. Like really bright spots. Okay? Whoops. Hoop. I got one going straight up in the air. Let's round that out a bit. That's a big old splash going on. I don't know. Maybe there's a rock under there or something. Maybe there's a rock under there. Who knows? Who knows what's going on? Right? So here, there, not everywhere. Just putting some bright white ones in there. That's it. That's it. That's all we're doing. Okay, so roll call time. Kelly and Margaret and Cheryl and Doreen and Cindy and Kim and Tammy, who we're all sending prayers out to. And we got Shannon and Nancy and Kathy. Cheryl's here, and Cynthia. Cheryl and Cynthia are watchers, and Tiffany was watching, and Shannon was watching. So hello, 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 everybody. Thank you so much for joining me. All right, so we're going to turn around and take Big Boy. Swirl tap dab Big Boy. Get him nice and clean, and as you're dabbing him, right, you might want to do like a little wiggle, because that gets him nice and thin and flattened out. All right, so as you're dabbing him, do a little wiggle. Make sure there's nothing hanging out in there that's causing a glob. You want your brush nice and thin and flat. See how nice and thin and flat that is? Crazy flat. And we're going to go right into our black paint. Right into our black paint, right on the tip. And you're going to hold your brush back here. Right? Not completely back here, like right about here. And nice and easy, loosey-goosey, guys. Not like death grip. Don't do death grip, right? So, you want, because then you're going to give yourself a hand cramp. And that hurts. And right where your shadow spot is, and you're going to be pulling straight up into your sky. But you want to make sure that you land. See, if this is your center, find your center. Finding my center of my canvas. Right? So this is your center. You want to land a little off center, just a tiny spot off center. So if you want to give yourself like a little dot or a little line to know where you're going, right? So this is my center. I found my center. Find my center. I'm going to go a little off center. And I'm going to give myself a little dot about a hand up from my water. Right about here. Okay? So that's where I know where I'm going. And I'm going to pull from there, straight down to where this is. Straight down at an angle. You guys got that? We're going straight down at an angle. So you're going to go from that spot. You're going to hold Big Boy right up against the canvas. You're going to have nice loose hand. You're going to hold back here. And you're going to go to that spot and you're going to pull. Straight into your shade that you put before. Right? One shot. You guys got this. One shot. One shot. You're going to pull and you're going to pull that line. Faster you go, straighter it'll be. That was the hardest part of the whole painting, and you guys just did it, guys. You guys can do this. No worries. All right. Now, I'm going to swirl tap that Big Boy. And I'm going to grab the smallest amount of white. Smallest amount of white. And I'm going to go where that line is. Mine's a little long, actually, but it's all right. I'm going to leave it. So, I'm going to do like it's curved and then kind of flattens out. Right? So, here's my center, so I'm going to start on the other side of center. And I'm going to do a line. Just like that. So it's curved here, and then it kind of flattens out, and you can have it going right off your canvas, unless, you know, if that's going to be like really, really long to go off your canvas, stop before you go off your canvas, okay? Because you want this line and this line to be kind of the same length, not like, you know, not like crazy. And then, you know, if you need to schmooze it a little bit, you can schmooze it. You can schmooze it, no worries. Okay. Now I'm going to follow my stem. And put a dot up there for myself. Hi, Pamela. How you doing, sweetheart? We got another watcher, people. Pamela's hanging out and watching. We got a watcher on our hands. Hi, sweetheart. All right, so I'm going to follow my stem out and put a dot there for myself. And then I'm going to swoop. I'm going to swoop this way. And I'm going to swoop this way. Okay, we're going to swoop. Swoop-de-doop. Swoop-de-doop. All right? And then without much paint on my brush, I'm just going to kind of fill this in for myself. But very little paint. I'm just going to move this paint around. I don't want to map this out in white, because unless, if you want your colors like crazy bold, then you can fill this all in with white. But I don't want my colors crazy bold. Not this time around. Alright, so I'm just kind of putting in whatever's kind of left over on my brush. I'm kind of just filling this in there. Right? Just filling this in there, that's all. Whatever was kind of left on my brush. That's it. Okay? That's it. Alright, so now I'm going to go into my yellow. I'm going to go into my yellow, and I'm going to put in my yellow stripe. So I'm going to go from my top, and I'm going to go out this way, and then I'm going to pull from the top and go out this way, and I'm going to fill in my yellow. Right? And this is just coat one, so don't worry. If you can still see through it, that's fine, because this is just the first coat. We're going to do a couple coats on these bad boys. Alright, so I did my just yellow piece. And now I'm going to turn around, and I'm going to grab my blue paint with the yellow. Alright, so what's blue and yellow make? I'm going to grab my blue paint with the yellow, and I'm going to come over here from the top, and I'm going to put in my other piece right there. Right? And I'm doing dashes to fill this in, because this isn't completely solid. Alright? So I'm putting the colors in by dashing my brush. Alright? So there's my green stripe. Okay, so if you're doing the rainbow one like I am, then this is how I'm filling it in. If you're doing your beach umbrella different, whatever colors you want to do them, then do them whatever color you want to do them. Okay, so these are how we're putting the stripes in now. So now I'm swirl tap dabbing my brush. Swirl tap dabbing, and I'm going to grab just blue. I'm going to grab just blue, and I'm going to go from my top and put in the initial stripe, and I'm going to come down and put in one here, and this is the dark blue, so I grab just blue, that's it, and I'm dashing all this in. Alright, I'm just dashing this in. Dashing this in, right? And if you wind up redoing your line, that's okay. If you notice, I just redid my line. my first initial line. Like I said, the more you play with it, the bigger it's going to get, guys. So if you wind up redoing your initial umbrella line, that's fine. That's fine. Now I'm going to grab my blue with a small amount of white. Microscopic amount of white. You see that? Very little. And I'm going to fill in this space that's left here. Alright, so I'm going to go from my top, come down the side of my green, and come down the side of my blue. Oh, my brush picked up the green paint. Am I worried about that? Nope. We're not worried about that, because I know this is just coat one, so we can totally roll with that. That's fine. That's fine. That's totally fine. Alright, so I'm just dashing in the light blue area now. Okay, swirl tap dab my brush. Making umbrellas, people. Look at us. Hello. Look how amazing we're doing, right? Check out your painting so far. Hello, people. Look at that beach that you made. Freaking amazing. Ooh, sorry. It's awesome. Whoops. Anywho. Alright, so now I'm going to grab my red. I'm going to grab my red and I'm going to do the one that's over here. The one that's on the edge that's over here. I told you, it happens sometimes. Alright, so I'm putting in the red now. Putting in the red. Alright. Well, like I said, it's still see-through because this is just layer one, so no worries. Okay, guys? No worries. It could still be see-through. All good. And I'm going to grab my red and my yellow now. My red and yellow together. And I'm going to put in the final stripe, which is orange. Alright, so grabbing my red and my yellow, putting in my orange stripe. There it is. There it is. Okay, and these are still see-through, guys. See? These are still see-through. It's all see-through. That's fine. Hi, everybody. Welcome to the fam. Hello. Hello, everybody. There we go. Alright, so we're going to put Big Boy away for a little bit. We'll put Big Boy away for a little bit here, and let's get out our, let's get out Tiny. Let's take out Tiny. Okay, so Tiny's just a small round brush. That's all he is. Tiny's just a small round brush, or if you want to use Mr. Nifty, you can use Mr. Nifty. You guys are all waiting to use Mr. Nifty. Tammy got her Mr. Nifties. And we're going to go into our white paint. And we're going to go back into our water. So this is where we're going to put the little details in. So if you guys turned around and you wound up doing a little too much shadow, you got a little shadow happy, that's okay, because we're going to take our mini-me here and we're going to go back into this area and we're just going to do some flicks, right? Do some little flicks, do some zigzag zoom in. So if there's a spot that you messed up with your shadow, you can easily cover it, right? So I'm just taking Tiny and I'm going to do a couple little flicks and I'm going to do a couple little dots. Just a little bit here and there and adding some detail to our water. And like I said, if you went a little happy with your shadow, you can turn around and go around that. So this is here, there, not everywhere. Just adding white paint, softening those shadow lines that we made, right? Softening that up. Okay, and I'm just doing little flicks with my brush, just little flicks, just a little something something here and there. Nothing crazy, you know. So this is 6,000% just playing. So here, there, not everywhere. You want to add a couple little swoops in there if you want to, right? Swoop those in. Those are just little swoopy lines coming in, right? Because this water's just playing, right? So we're going to just play by painting it. And then, you know, if you got any of these swoops going on, if you want to add a couple little dots, right? Just adding a couple little dots to that. And I'm going to come into the beach area here and soften where I put those shadow lines. Alright guys, and I'm going to wipe off my brush, and you know, make sure you have a nice thin point, a nice thin brush. Keep wiping it off, keep getting the globs off of it. You can come in here and put, you can put in like some really white zigzag water lines coming in if you want to. Right, so I am just following that zigzag I made before and putting some bright white into it. Alright, so you can do that. Whatever you want to do. You know, you guys play any way you want to. You can do little pushes like this just to make it look like foam. I'm doing like little dabs and pushes with my brush. So lots of little things you can do. Add lots of fun little things to this water coming onto the beach. Okay, so here's a close-up of that. Alright, so this is where I put my brighter white line. This is where I did some flicks and dots. This is where I did some swoops and dots. This is where I did some smushing. And this is where I softened around my shadow lines here. Okay? So that's what we're going to do all along the bottom of this water. Alright, so that's what we're going to do while our umbrella dries, and then we could add layer 2 to the umbrella. So we're just going to play with our water coming in to the beach. Alright, just going to play. Like I said, if you have any little mistakes that you made doing your shadow or doing your water before, now's your time. You can easily clean it up, fix it up, whatever you want to do. Whatever you want to do. Doing a couple little swoops, doing a couple little dots here. Just having fun. Just having fun. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy, guys. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Right? Nice relaxed touch. Right? Just adding fun stuff. Water's a lot of fun. Oceans are a lot of fun because they just, you know, you just play. Just play around with it. Just play around with it. That's all you got to do. Because it's water. It does, you know, it goes in this direction, that direction. It has splashes in it. It has zigzags in it. It has lots of fun stuff going on. It's got foamy parts. Whatever you want. Whatever. Whatever. Here, there, not everywhere, you know. Just whatever. Whatever you feel like doing. Whatever you feel like doing. Do 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 do. Okay. Alright, after you're done with that, you're going to put your second layer of colors into your umbrella. Alright, so I'm going to take out Big Boy again. And I'm going to do my second layer color. So I'm going to swirl tap that Big Boy. And we're going to do our second layer color. Okay, so I'm going to grab my yellow. And I'm going to put the smallest smidge of white in my yellow. Just the tiniest little smidge of white. Not a lot. just a smidge, just because yellow doesn't really like to show up without its friend white. But I don't want this like bright, 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 bold. If you want your umbrella to be bright, 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 and bold, first you would have painted the whole thing white, and then you turn around and do a layer of color that is white and your color, and then you would go back in and color your color over it. So, but that's not how this umbrella is. If you want your umbrella that way, that is fine, but you're going to use a lot more white paint. I just did a smidge of white, because this is kind of, even on the finished one, the umbrella is kind of like see-through. You know, it's not completely colored in. So I'm just going to add my yellow, and if you notice I'm doing dashes, I'm just doing little dashes, following down my shape here. Alright, now I'm going to grab my blue with my yellow. And I'm going to turn around and do my green one. So I'm going to swoop the line in for the green. Swoop, swoop. And I'm just going to do the dashes in there now. Put those in. So, do the green. I got like a little stubborn spot here, so I'm going to just flick some green on there and keep it moving. Sometimes if you keep trying to paint on something, it's going to wind up taking the paint off. So you got to give it a minute and let it dry, and then you can go back and cover it again if you need to. Alright, cleaning my brush off, I'm going to go over to my red side now. I'm going to grab my red and a microscopic amount of white. Microscopic. Like hardly any. See that? Look. See all that red and that little tiny bit of white on there? That's it. That's all I got. That's all I got on here. And I'm going to put my red piece in. Right? And mine's going right off the canvas. If yours isn't going right off the canvas, that's fine. You know, it all depends on how you put your umbrella stick in there. That's what it depends on. So, you know, if yours doesn't go off the canvas, you're just going to finish it up like I did on this side. Alright, so I'm putting my red back in here. Did anybody do different colors? Is anybody not doing the rainbow umbrella? Because I totally want to know what you're up to. I totally want to know what you're doing. You gotta let me know what you're up to there. Are you being fun and creative with your umbrella? You're doing different colors, huh? So, putting that in. That's my red. Now I'm going to grab my red and my yellow. My red and my yellow. Put my orange stripe in. Shoop. And shoop. Throw my orange stripe in here. Just dabbing it in. That's all I'm doing. That's all. We're just dabbing and having fun, right, guys? Nice and relaxing painting, isn't it? Kelly, you're just doing 4 sections? That's a good idea, right? You don't have to be trying to do all these colors like I'm doing. So 4 sections, that's a cool idea. Alright, so there's my orange. I'm going to swirl tap dab my brush. And go back into my, right? Nice. Kim, you got this one, right? No stress here. All right, so guys, fam, if you didn't know, say hello to Kim. She just started painting, and she does an amazing job. So, right, some of you are just painting for like the first time in your life and learning all this stuff and trying to, you know, do what you do. And you all do so good. I'm telling you, all do amazing. So I'm just putting the blue in now. I'm just putting the blue in. Yep. So Kim's, I don't know when you started watching me, Kim. And we did the Amish painting. You asked me to do the Amish painting. That was challenging. So now I'm just grabbing my blue, my small amount of white, to do this other piece that's in here. Alright, so if you notice, I'm kind of swooping the section out for myself, because I have a hard time coloring in the lines. So I'm framing out the section for myself, and then I'm doing the dashes. So I don't know if you guys noticed that, but that's what I'm doing. So I wind up staying in the section umbrella with my dashes, because I'm not very good at coloring in the lines. And that's okay. Actually, you haven't painted for a few months. You started around May, and then I've only done a couple with you, but watch a lot. Doing this one as soon as you finish. I've been watching maybe 5 months. You've been a professional watcher, Kim. You're a professional watcher. I like it. I like it a lot. That is nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with it at all. At all. Nope. Alright. So, now I'm going to turn around, put Big Boy in the water. If you don't know what happened, you never painted and jumped in and loved it, then just haven't painted for months, can't seem to actually pick up the brush. That happens, Kim. Everybody goes through a dry spell sometimes. You know, like when, and you've had a lot of other stuff going on with you. So, you know, that's all, you know, that's going to happen. I go through the same thing sometimes. So, you know, you wind up just going through a dry spell. It's all good. And then one day you pick up your brush again and you're off to the races, you know. It's what you do. It's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. Alright, so I'm going to grab Mini-Me, because I'm going to be doing dabs. Alright, so when you're dabbing paint, like I know we use Tiny over here and I showed you dabs in the water, but when you're dabbing paint and you're going to be doing a lot of dabbing, you don't want to use your round brush, because you're going to wind up killing your round brush. It's not going to come to a point anymore. So what you want to do is, you know, get yourself a small flat brush, which is what Mini-Me is. Like I said, he looks just like Big Boy, except he's smaller. See, he's flat. So for dabbing and doing stuff like that, you want to get yourself a small flat brush, because if you do that stuff with your small round brushes, your point's going to be dead. You're going to kill the brush like within 1 or 2 uses. So you don't want to do that. Alright, so I'm going to go right along my edge. And I'm just going to put dabs of white in. Dabs of white right along the edge here. Living on the edge. We're living on the edge. Yes, we are. So, and I'm just putting dabs of white in. That's all I'm doing. We're just putting in dabs of white. Going right along the edge here, putting those little umbrella frillies in, because they're just too cute. Too cute. I like them. I like them a lot. See? And we don't have to worry about making the edge of our umbrella perfect with all of our colors. Because we're going to have all these dots and dashes and dabs. So, you know, we don't have to worry about the edge of our umbrella with the colors coming down and straightening that all out and finishing off the edge. Because we're just going to dash. We're just going to dash and dab. And so I turn around and remember the beach color that we made before? I grab a small, tiny amount of that. And I actually added it in here to make like a little shadow in this ruffle. So I'm going to put that on here because when I go to do my dabs again, the second round, these are going to soften out, and it kind of just gives it like another, you know, like another little, like a step up from just being white dashes. So this was just the beach color, that peachy beach color from before, and I'm putting these here, there, not everywhere, and I actually put them in my ruffle. So, alright, so the next thing you want to do is you want to take Tiny. You want to take Tiny, and coming from the top of your umbrella, let me move you guys up. Coming from the top of your umbrella, right? I'm going to grab my red paint. And coming off the top of my umbrella, I want to put a little piece that's going to go out. So I'm going to, I just put my hand in my ruffle. I just put my hand in my ruffle. Let me come on the other side of the canvas here. Alright, so from the top of your umbrella, you want to put a little triangle coming out. So I'm going to go from the top, and then I'm going to swoop out beyond the side piece. And then I'm going to bring that in. Okay, so you want to swoop out a little triangle part out from the side of the umbrella. Okay? And I don't know if you guys can see that or not, so I'm going to grab a little bit of white with this red. Just so you can see it better. So you're going to swoop out from the side and put in this little triangle piece right there, just like that. Alright. So you're going to do it on this side. I'm doing it with the red because this is the side that's red. You know, whatever color is on this side of your umbrella, that's what you want to do the triangle piece in. Okay? Alright, and then you're going to do the same thing on the other side. You're going to do the same thing on the other side. So mine's blue on the other side. So if I scoop this around, follow it around, then my triangle part's going to be there. And then you're going to go to the top of your umbrella. Okay, so wherever you put your triangle on this side, you're going to scoop it around and put the triangle on the other side to the top of the umbrella. Okay? And yes, I did put my hand all in my ruffle when I did that. Making messes. Oh yeah. And I got it on my canvas too. You see that? See that, guys? That's what spit's for. Spit and a little bit of fingernail action. That's what that's for. Get that right off of there. See, it's not only heart and soul, it's spit, people. That's what I put into my paintings. Alright, I'm going to grab Mini-Me. I'm going to grab Mini-Me, and I'm going to go back into my white paint. And on the top of my umbrella here, I'm going to turn around and put some poofies there. Right on the top. So we're going to put some poofies there on the top of the umbrella. It's the truth. Oh, let me show you give those triangle pieces a chance to dry for a second. Let me show you. I started Fridays, and you know all the suggestions you guys made. It's not finished. It's absolutely not finished. But this is going to be Friday's painting, guys. So, look who we got going on here. So you guys, you know, asked for a puppy and a wagon. So this is going to be Friday's painting, and since it's 4th of July soon, we're going to do some fireworks on this painting. So I didn't finish it yet because I've been a little, you know, I haven't been doing so good. But I'm going to finish that up for Friday. Right? Too cute. I'm telling you, I'm excited. Alright, so now where you put those triangle pieces, you're going to turn around and do these white pushes, and you're going to go all the way across your umbrella. All the way across your umbrella. And what's cool is these pieces that you painted before actually are going to become, yep, so you guys asked for a puppy and a wagon, so that's what I'm doing. These pieces are actually going to become the little top part now, because you put that those triangles in there. So those stripes that you made from the top actually become part of this top piece. So how's that nifty little trick, right? That's pretty cool. I figure you guys like that. So I'm actually getting ready for a show tomorrow. I'm going to be face painting tomorrow, so I've been getting a lot of my artwork ready for a show. So I know you guys like to see my artwork. So while everyone's just zoning out and having fun, I'll show you a few pieces. So here's one piece. Here's one piece. So you guys like to see my fancy stuff. This one's called Serene Stream. It's my fancy stuff. And this one's a totally different style, something completely different. This one's called City Lights. That's City Lights, right? So this is my fancy stuff. I know you guys like to look at it, so why not? Why not, right? So that's City Lights. And then this one's one of my favorites. This one's actually one of my favorites. And this one I called Frosted. This one's called Frosted. This is one of my favorites right here. So, yeah, I like the falls and the trees. I like it all. I like the whole thing. This one's called Frosted. Kathy said beautiful. Thank you, Kathy. I appreciate that. I know you guys just like to get a little look-see. I don't mind showing you. And then I have, since we're showing water, this one is called, this one's a tiny one. This one's called Perpetual Purple. So this is a small canvas. See how tiny it is? So that's Perpetual Purple. So that's some of my fancy stuff. Because Eve gets fancy. Alright, so I'm going to go back into, thanks guys. You guys are awesome. I love my fam. So, I'm going to go back in. Let's roll tap tab my mini-me here. And I'm going to go back in and add Here, There, Not Everywhere. I'm going to add the last of this ruffle. Add the last of this ruffle going in. Here, There, Not Everywhere. Alright. So, and like I said, putting that peach in kind of gives it a little bit more of a depth. I'll show you close up. See, guys? Here, There, Not Everywhere. You see that? So, that's the bottom ruffle of the umbrella. Okay, so I'm just not here, there, not everywhere. I'm not covering up all that hard work I did. So we're just putting those in. And I'm going to grab some more white paint and I'm going to come in here And here, there, not everywhere. Put some bright white ones on the inside ruffle. Right? And then I'm going to put some bright white ones up on the tippy top there. Alright. So, guess what, guys? We're done. We're done. That's it. That's shade. There you go. So, Kelly and Margaret and Cheryl and Doreen, Cindy, Kim, Tammy, Shannon, Nancy, Kathy, Cheryl R., Cynthia, Tiffany, and Pamela. I want to thank you very, 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 very much for joining me tonight. A nice, easy peasy, simple one. Give us all a break. It is always free to watch. Tips are appreciated. So I am going to share those links to you. I have Venmo, PayPal, and Cash App. Whoever sends me support, I will send you out 2 free little Mr. Nifties. Okay, if anybody's wondering. Right? That was a quick one. And love it, right? Nice and simple and easy. Take a break. Take a break, guys. And thank you so much for watching me tonight. And I love you all, and you all warm my heart. You know that. So if you have any last minute questions, let me know. Let me know if you have any last minute questions or anything that you'd like to see. Yep, nice and quick and easy peasy, lemon squeezy tonight, guys. I told you. Just a nice relaxing painting. So there you go. Oh, thank you so much for the support. Thank you so much, Kelly. You're amazing. You're awesome. Thank you for your continued support. I appreciate it. Because let's face it, people, art supplies aren't free. And neither is the internet or the electric or... I ain't telling you guys anything, right? We all got bills. You're welcome. Thank you, sweetheart. And I was just doing my bills today. That's why I was like going on and on and on. I love my Friday nights with you guys. Definitely. You're definitely all my fam. Cindy, welcome to the fam. Not Cindy, Kathy. Kathy, welcome to the fam. Thank you so much for joining me tonight. I hope you did amazing. Make sure you share your paintings on the event page. I already put the spot to share your paintings. So whenever you paint them or finish painting them, share them to the event page so we can all check it out. So we all share as a family. And next How To Tuesday, guys, I'm going to do fabric. So the next How To Tuesday is going to be fabric. And if there's anything you'd like to learn how to do, 6,000% send it to me. And I will put it on the list. But the next How To Tuesday, we're going to learn how to paint fabric. And Friday is going to be our puppy in a wagon and our fireworks. So that's going to be next Friday. Okay, guys? And replays are always available. I'm on YouTube and on my page. So Nancy, I hope you're doing well. And Tammy, definitely sending you well wishes. And Nancy was on with us tonight, so I hope you are doing well. And Kim, I hope you pick up your paintbrushes and try this one out, because I think you're going to like it. Sometimes you just got to do it. You just got to do it. You'll be amazed. Have a great weekend, sweetheart. Good night, Kelly. Thank you so much for joining me. Thank you for joining me, Kathy. Welcome to the fam, hon. Thank you so much. If you have any questions about anything, feel free to message me. If you're watching a replay or if anything's going on and you have any questions to do with art, feel free to message me. Message me on Facebook. I will answer you. Okay? Alright, I just want to thank everybody for joining me tonight. You all warm my heart. And have fun and go create, okay? Mwah. Good night, everybody. Thank you.